Under the light of Stoic thought, we learn that feelings are not unreasonable. Attachment to someone can bring happiness and joy, but it can also cause distance. We experience negative emotions, undergo breakups, and endure loss. When we're in negative relationships, our feelings often hold us back to break free, but Stoicism teaches us a basic truth. Inner freedom can only be achieved when we relinquish things beyond our control, including our emotions. In this video, we'll look at 10 of those things. Stoic principles can assist you in separating yourself both physically and mentally. These can help someone with anything from learning more about attachment to practicing mental detachment. You'll find peace, truth, and emotional control with these rules. Come along on this journey with us if you want to find happiness and get rid of the pain of unhealthy ties. Being strong and in control of yourself like a true Stoic is important. As always, I have a small task for you. If you're truly interested, watch this video through to the end. Staying calm in all situations and growing as a person, please leave a message. Take on the task, or just take on the challenge, to build persistence. Welcome to the first segment of today's video, which explores the power of detachment. Have you ever felt your heart break when you had to say goodbye to someone you thought of as your whole world? There is a moment in the world when feelings seem too strong to handle. Losing everything disrupts your life, but appreciate what you have. We've truly lost something, or our thoughts and feelings are scattered, changed it into a disaster that didn't need to happen. Stoic philosophy says that the key to getting rid of this pain is the power of mental detachment. It not only enables us to navigate through emotional challenges, but also fosters our growth and development. Epictetus once stated that people do not improve when they lose something. The way they perceive objects is what troubles them, not the objects themselves. This makes us remember that all inner pain comes from how we think about things, not from the things themselves. When someone leaves our lives, it's really just this occurs in the regular course of life. It's our reaction and handling of it. The event that causes either pain or peace. Look at the picture of Jesus in his final moments, which were filled with intense deception. He was in pain, but he didn't let his feelings get in the way of his suffering, overwhelm him. He let go of the hurt and saw what happened as part of a bigger plan. Mission. This is a strong defense of the practice of emotional intelligence. Detachment is a decision to maintain harmony, uphold beliefs, and demonstrate compassion. Even in the most challenging circumstances, compassion plays a crucial role in daily life. When a relationship ends, we often feel sad and guilty, but if we look at things through the view of Stoicism, we see that love or attachment hasn't gone away. It's our learning detachment that has given us more control over our feelings. Understand that what strengthens a bond is not wealth, but I have the freedom to love without worrying about losing someone or something. Freedom to let go when necessary. Have you ever considered that shutting a door doesn't signify the end? It's the beginning of a new chapter that you get to write. They are internally strong and calm when they are not dependent on others. You find that there is an endless source of happiness inside you. This is the true power, the ability to overcome any obstacle. We want to give you more space, not break your heart. Know and love yourself more than ever. Before you understand number 2, attachment. Have you ever thought about why we stick with people or relationships? We know deep down that these kinds of bonds cause more harm than good. Attachment is what makes us happy. It's like an invisible thread that ties us to things outside of our control, and because of this attachment pain, if you want to understand connections better, you need to know that they're not. Dependence on something outside of our minds isn't just about feelings. Over-attachment to work is one of the most common cases of this phenomenon. How many times have we put all of our dreams, efforts, and time into our jobs? We work hard because we think it will make us feel positive about ourselves and give us a sense of success. Giving up time with family and friends, and even time for ourselves, all in order to get a better job, make more money, or get more attention from as time progresses, our bosses increasingly make work the focal point of our lives and the only thing that truly matters. When things don't go as planned, it affects our happiness and sense of self-worth. If we don't receive a promotion, our efforts go unnoticed, or the task becomes more challenging, we should expect it. Too much hurt sets in, disappointment floods in, and all of us feel like all of our hard work, hopes, and attachments to work are for nothing. Deeply hurt, not just because we failed, but also because we put our whole sense of self-worth into something we could never fully understand. When this happens, we often understand that being too attached to work has turned into a trap that makes us lose our balance and control over our lives. We give up our mental peace and our feelings. Have you ever asked yourself if things go wrong, you can love and attach without suffering severe pain? Change Stoicism has an answer for everything that comes up in life. Dear guest, love with all your heart, but don't let your feelings run your life. Understanding connection can help you learn to love everything without any restrictions. Letting your fear of losing control of your heart is what makes inner freedom strong. The third strength of a real Stoic is fear. Control. Often we believe we can manage everything, including the emotions of others, and the things that happen in our lives to the results of our efforts, but most of what happens in life is out of our control. This is the illusion of power. One of the main ideas of Stoicism is that life is full of surprises. Things happen, deception occurs, and plans fail. What sets us apart is how we handle these events when we desire total control. Leads to pain because it's a fight we can never win. Look at the picture of Jesus. He was in the Garden of Gethsemane, praying in pain despite knowing what would happen. Despite being the Son of God, he refrained from attempting to alter unchangeable aspects. Father, if it's possible, let this cup go from me now, but not the way I want it. Regardless of the term you choose, this prayer signifies a complete embrace of Jesus. He didn't try to change his fate. Instead, he chose to accept it. Seeing the limits of our power with grace and patience is an important lesson in our lives. We can't choose if someone loves us or how they show it to us every day. Our lives can change, but the world can't. A Stoic understands that our thoughts influence our feelings and actions. Giving up the false sense of power and focusing on the one thing we can master will set us free. Join the conversation in the comments below. What are you holding on to? Are you holding on to something you know you can't change? If so, it might be time to let go and find something new. Freedom for your soul. Tell us your stories and thoughts on getting through challenging times. In difficult situations, always remember that there is a chance to do those things. Are you ready to take the next step? Let's proceed to the fourth key in our journey. I have a goal of getting to know and beating the best version of ourselves. But first, I have to ask, how can we handle life's challenges without becoming overwhelmed? Away by the wind of bad feelings, this is where the practice of detachment is an important skill to have if you want to find inner peace by following Stoic thought. Detachment is more than just a concept, it's a lifestyle and a perspective. The fourth training involves observing the world without allowing your emotions to interfere. Marcus Aurelius, one of the most famous Stoic thinkers, once said it this way: keep in mind that you are in charge of your thoughts, not outside events. Practice detachment to get stronger. Detachment is about realizing that while we can't change anything, we can always choose how to react, no matter what happens. This is liberation from self-harm, stems from holding on to things that aren't important to us. Imagine going through a terrible breakup. Your heart hurts so much, and every day, images of better times with that person keep coming back to you. By sadness, regret, anger, and even most of us have felt this way before when we've lost something important in our lives. We didn't want this to happen, but in Stoicism, this pain isn't. According to Stoic thought, negative events will occur regardless of the circumstances. We need to practice detachment instead of having our feelings take over. This doesn't mean denying it. If you ignore your thoughts, you have to accept that the event took place. Because you can't change it, you can only choose how to react. You react by practicing detachment, which lets you see things clearly. Avoid allowing negative emotions, such as sadness or anger, to influence your actions. Being detached from your thoughts and feelings frees you from the circle of do not blame yourself or the other person. Instead, accept that things went as planned, and now the focus is on personal development, and finding emotional numbness differs from mental peace in this type of detachedness. It's about keeping your mind strong and clear when you stop letting undesirable things happen. When you control your emotions, it becomes easier to see the path ahead, allowing you to, over time, overcome the pain by demonstrating strength. And fifth, we all understand that the path to happiness is within our own reach.
Have you ever envisioned yourself as the sun, surrounded by someone from whom you couldn't escape? Now we know how to make them chase you instead of the other way around. Welcome to the art of detachment, my tough friends. We're all here to find love. We often fail when we attempt to capture individuals who are pleading and fleeing. Getting involved in someone else's story can be exciting. But what if I told you there was a switch you could turn on and off? You can transition from the chaser to the chased by stepping back. It's not about giving up, it's about taking back your power. In this episode, we speak, a lot of people follow the Stoic idea of detachment. How can pulling back make, then they move forward? How does less become more? We'll look into these puzzles and give you the tools you need to stop chasing and start attracting. Remember that your constant is no longer there. They won't forget how important attention is as we go through these. Please click the like button if you agree with the principles in reclaiming your independence, and don't forget to subscribe for more wise words. Are you ready to see how silence can say a lot, and absence is deeply felt? Let's begin, and don't forget to leave a message. You deserve praise as proof of your improved outlook. Let the chase begin. Number 1. She can see the change. Take a moment to reflect on your past experiences. I am the one who initiates things, plans them, and is always present in every situation. What if you stopped this pattern? What if you let the sound of your silence speak for itself? This is where, by stepping back, you're not fading into the journey, which takes an interesting turn. Meanwhile, you're subtly altering the dynamics in the background. By making an impact, you're demonstrating that you're not desperate for your world to be connected to her every move. This is the pivotal moment where you begin to regain control. The magic of rediscovering starts when the music stops playing in the middle of a movie. It gets very quiet, and everyone can feel that something big is about to happen. That's the power of your silence. And she starts to notice the silence in the space and the sudden lack of your full attention. And here's the thing. In an intriguing turn of events, she begins to contemplate why the change isn't solely about playing. It's not about manipulating your thoughts or emotions, it's about appreciating your own value. Consider taking a break from chasing someone who hasn't given you the attention and care you deserve. As the old proverb says, distance makes the heart grow fond. By pulling away, you're not leaving a hole. Instead, you're letting her feel the loss. Stepping back means valuing what used to be easy to miss. Increasing your access doesn't mean getting farther away. It means making being there a choice, not a given. This could mean reacting a little more slowly and not always being there. Being ready at any time and focusing on your hobbies and pursuits is key. From her back to you, and the beauty of this method when you stop trying to get her attention, she starts to understand how much she's taken it for granted. Isn't there a certain, it gets old to always care more, and extend the, in other words, when you step back, you're not just giving her space, you're giving her time. You need too much room to breathe to go after your own goals and rediscover what makes you happy. By taking this action, you are not only reclaiming your power, but also becoming more appealing and valuable. Think about the things we chase usually run away from us, but those we let go usually find their way back. In relationships, the same rule applies. Stop the chase, you start. She begins to think about you in a new way due to her interest and reflection. When you question why your presence isn't as strong, things begin to change. For the Stoics, self-control is a virtue, and focusing on what we can manage is important. Acts and how we react to them, not what other people do by taking a step back. When you follow this theory, you're in charge of your own story. You're relinquishing control over the outcome of this action. If you're ready to stop trying to get attention and make this change, that shows strength and calm. Start valuing your own peace and declare it aloud below. It's a promise to respect your worth, your independence, and the fun. Consider the path ahead, and bear in mind the words of the Stoic scholar Epictetus. I am stepping out to demonstrate that what matters is not what happens to you, but how you deal with it. Back, you're choosing how to respond, you're putting your health first, and that, my friends, is where real strength lies. First, let's take a look. Once we reach the next step, let's discuss any questions, thoughts, or personal information you may have. Leave your stories in the comments below if you'd like to share them. If this message resonates with you,
we can change how we think about things by looking at them from a different angle. We can uncover something valuable, a lesson, or a hidden opportunity by altering our perspective. Bad feelings no longer hold us down. Instead, we improve. Freire is a renowned researcher and a real-life example of this. Despite spending years imprisoned in Nazi death camps, he decided to reframe his horrific crime because he was experiencing extreme physical and emotional distress. He saw the experience as a chance to learn more about how powerful the mind is, which is what led him to write the book. Man's Search for Meaning frankly used his own terrible pain to inspire others. Marcus Aurelius's prayers held hope for millions of people. Said that if you are upset about something outside of yourself, the pain is not from the thing itself, but from how you think it is, and you can take back this power. This is a wonderful way to sum up cognitive shifting without changing anything. Changing how we deal with and face a negative situation can turn it into a positive one. In daily life, you may encounter challenging situations such as job loss or the end of a relationship. Do not let relationships or health issues derail you. When adverse things happen, you ask yourself, what can I learn and grow from this? Real freedom doesn't come from avoiding trouble. It comes from being able to deal with it calmly and positively, which is crucial. We've just talked about the power. Cognitive reframing is an important tool to help separate feelings from the outside. Now we'd like to present another powerful tool for establishing healthy habits. Set limits. Setting limits is not only a way to keep yourself safe, but also a sign of respect for both yourself and others. Together with yourself and others, let's continue to explore ways to bring about change. The next part of the video, number 8, sets a healthy environment. Setting healthy limits doesn't mean pushing or isolating other people. Instead of being passive, setting limits is a smart way to love yourself. Give your mind and spirit room to grow. This is especially important. This is important in relationships because we often try to please other people at the cost of our own needs. But this kind of sacrifice can cause tiredness and stress if it's not checked. And losing touch with ourselves. Take the famous author J.K. Rowling as an example. Before she became famous around the world as the author of the Harry Potter books, Rowling faced numerous issues such as poverty and singledom. Even after becoming famous, her mother faced significant stress at work, the media, and the hopes of millions of fans around the world. But instead of giving in for every need or desire, Rowling skillfully set limits. She decided not to allow her personal life or mental health to suffer. She exemplifies how fame or job pressures can consume someone. I decided to decline lucrative offers to write more Harry Potter books. Instead of writing more stories after the series was over, Rowling took a break. She spent time with her family, focused on her personal life, and created new works such as The Casual. There are limits set by the mystery series Vacancy and The Koran for Rowling. It wasn't just to preserve her talent, it was also to ensure her safety. Take care of your mental health, and don't let fame take over your life. The story of the standards Rowling shows us that setting limits is not selfish. It's a way to get things done. Take charge of our lives and look out for our mental health. Have you ever felt that whether you're overly occupied with work or constantly facing rejection from those around you, it's not about being rejected. It's about standing up for what you believe in, just like Rowling did to keep her art and personal life. Do what makes sense to you and don't back down. We use limits as a reminder. Keep your dignity and your inner peace, and don't let anything get you down. Knowing when to say no is important because some things are unchangeable. It's important to take precautions to ensure your safety while also respecting the freedom of others. Fostering relationships that are better and last longer is number 1. Self-care. Have you ever asked yourself, am I really taking care of myself? To achieve this, don't just rest, eat, or exercise. Instead, engage deeply. Stoic thought says that self-care is taking care of your mind and soul. An important rule is not to indulge, but to improve your mind and body. Epictetus said that resistance is what makes us strong, so that we can handle the tests of life. What happens to you doesn't matter as much as how you handle it. To achieve this, you require a clear understanding. Taking care of ourselves is the best way to stay clear-headed and healthy. Maintaining self-control and peace of mind is crucial if you don't care about yourself. How can you maintain stability and balance in your health and spirit when life presents unexpected challenges? Just look at people who have done well, like Michelle Obama. Consistently stresses how important it is to take care of yourself, not just for keeping them prioritized for their physical well-being, while also maintaining their leadership ethos and maintaining a healthy balance in their lives. In her book, Becoming, she talks about how being active and giving herself time each day helped her. It helped Michelle Obama stay energetic and deal with the huge stress of being the First Lady of the United States. She didn't just focus on herself. She became an inspiration to millions of people. Self-care for women around the world isn't just about taking care of their bodies. Taking care of your mind and soul becomes a constant thought, so make sure your thoughts are good. Your mind needs peace. Wisdom. The body requires food and sleep, which is why taking care of yourself is important. Not only external actions, but also intellectual growth and self-awareness are important. To effectively manage your emotions, ask yourself, have you really neglected your own needs while taking good care of others? How strong and clear are you to fully live in each moment? We deal with the problems of life as we learn more about the deep knowledge of Stoicism. Marcus Aurelius famously said, "When you wake up in the morning, consider how fortunate you are to be able to breathe, think, and enjoy life." One of the most important Stoic habits is to love. This is also the final component of Stoicism. Getting really wise is number 10, practicing. Stoics say that thanks is more than just a positive feeling. When we receive something, it's a rule that helps us reach our inner happiness and peace. But have you ever asked yourself, do I really feel that way? Are you grateful or always thinking about what you lack? Being aware of our thanks makes us see life with more kindness. Sensationalists who believe in calm think that everything we have now is only temporary. Gift our health, relationships and wealth, and this knowledge motivates us. It is important to appreciate and value what we already have, rather than seeking bigger and better things in the future. Arrive I am. Imagine if we constantly focused on the things we hadn't done, would never be happy. But if we look at life with thanks, every day becomes an Oprah is a real-life example of the opportunity to feel happiness and satisfaction. Winfrey achieved great success and gained recognition for her innovative ideas. She has said that being thankful helped her even during the hardest times of her life. She kept writing down every day, even for small things, what she was grateful for. Like sunlight or the laughter of loved ones, it changed the way she saw things. Being thankful for what she had didn't just help Oprah keep a good attitude, it also became a source of energy that helped her keep doing well at work. And I have a question for you. Have you ever taken a moment to truly feel? Enjoy the little things in life, because we often try to reach big goals. We forget that being content doesn't mean having more. It means enjoying what we already have. When you show gratitude on a daily basis, you can see life with peace. As we think back on our trip, we are free from the stress of desire or worry. The 10 Stoic rules of emotional detachment have taught us more than just how to handle strong feelings. I also learned more about the inner freedom that Stoicism offers. Emotional detachment doesn't mean giving up love or care. It means understanding that happiness and peace don't come from outside sources is crucial. In the end, this trip teaches you more than just how to deal with negative feelings, but how to live a better, more self-aware and real life. Therefore, relish each moment, express gratitude for the challenging lessons, and persevere. Going forward with a strong, calm heart, like a real Stoic. Freedom does not come from having there are no feelings, only a sense of control over our lives. If you liked this video, please leave a comment with a star. If not, please leave a comment. With a 0, we can fix the information and make it even better. Please subscribe to avoid missing our other Stoicism videos, growth as a person, and continue to strive for personal development. Remember, true freedom comes from mastering our own thoughts and actions, not from external circumstances. Keep pushing yourself to grow and evolve into the best version of yourself.